they're Israelites, you know? They're the stiff-necked people, and it tells you in Baruch, the second chapter, you know, in the place where they're, you know, the captivity, where they're, you know, they're not going to accept this, you know? So, you know, today I wanted to speak about, there's this term or this word, you know, called fool's gold, you know? And I'll get the definition of what it means, fool's gold.
Because there's a lot of fools around.
So it means, I said, what is fool's gold? Any flashy but ultimately worthless investment may be called fool's gold in finance. The term originally referred only to iron, pyrite, which is commonly mistaken for gold, right? So the reason why I said it's funny about these rappers that have been dying, right? This brother talked about last week. There was this rapper called PNB Rock, and he died in a Roscoe and Waffles restaurant. He got shot in his chest. So he was a fool thinking there was gold there, right? Or in LA in general, because this guy came from Philadelphia. Even if he went to LA just to, you know, so-called chill, or he went for business attractions and things like that, he was still a fool, because here is this hood-ass hood in LA, and he chose to eat at this restaurant. You know, a lot of our people, man. And another example too. A couple years ago, this rapper Pop Smoke. He was born and raised in New York, and he got famous, right, at music and shit, whatever. He moved to LA, and guess what happened to him? He got popped and smoked in his LA home in a robbery. And, you know, and that was him being a fool, because thinking there was, you know, California, man. California used to be good, man, before these Edomites came. You know, back in 1542, when Conquistador, I forgot his name, he came over here. And then he had that pastor, priest, whatever, Sarah. They built up all these 21 missions in California, which California too is also known for having missions, right? Those like churches, you know. But the thing about it though is I remember back in school, I had to build one. You know how to build a mission though. I believe it was the San Luis Obispo one. And I remember as a kid I had to build it. But my teacher never explained the down and dirty of that shit though. You know? Back in those times, man, it was 1880s. It was in 1880s, right? There was a bunch of ruins of the original missions, though. But you see, they started building these missions to get what's it called, though? Out of towners to come to California, though. So it was just to get people to come to California and spend their money here. So that's why in that Highway 101 going to Paso Robles and all that, I don't know if you ever seen. There's like bells and shit, but they call that the Camino Real, and they're saying that was the one that took you to all these missions and shit. But that highway was never there. You know? How is it that so it was all a tourist attraction though for people to go to these missions to spend their money. That's all it was though. Yeah. And the things. Oh, go.
So the brother said, you know, that guy got shot in his chest.
Yeah.
This is Psalm 121 and 5. We'll all start at 4. Behold, he that keepeth Israel shall neither slumber nor sleep. Behold, he that keepeth Israel shall neither slumber nor sleep. Yahweh Shem Yahushai is thy keeper. Yahweh Shem Yahushai is thy shade upon thy right hand. The sun shall not smite thee by day, nor the moon by night. The Lord shall preserve thee from all evil. He shall preserve thy soul.
See? But he didn't believe in Yahweh Shai. He believed in this world, his money though. And that shit got him shot in his chest. He was all swimming, you know, on the ground and shit though. But he didn't believe in Yahweh Shai though.
He believes in the Camino Real.
Yeah. Coming to, you know, things though. And don't get me wrong, California has this reputation of the goods and bads though, you know? But see, that's the thing. Oh, Biggie Smalls, right? He came to California and his fat ass got shot up over here. Fool though, man. Why the fuck Tupac died 6 months prior though? I don't give a fuck what you're gonna tell me though. I will not go to a place where you know I'm well hated at because this nigga died though. So why would I go to a place even to perform, fuck that, man. I don't give a fuck if I lose money. I'm gonna lose my life though. And look what happened to this guy, Biggie Smalls. Going back, you had that song, going back to Cali, Cali. Yeah, you came and you fucking died here. You fool.
Yeah, what about Sodom and Gomorrah when Lot was taking his family out of Sodom and Gomorrah, and his wife turned around, she got what? Turned into salt because she didn't believe. All you have to do is believe.
Or she just missed something in Sodom that she liked those. That's why she turned back. Like, how am I miss this place?
Damn. Turned into fucking pillar of salt.
That must have been a painful, experience.
Crystallization.
Yeah. Shit.
Damn. So that man.
But that's the thing though. That place didn't have no value to it though. Man, it was. You think we're gonna, Lord will, we're the elect. You think we're gonna be like, oh, we miss Babylon if we're up in the space, in the so-called spaceship though? We're gonna be like, hell yeah, fuck that place.
The first angel that thinks I'm gonna recreate Babylon and go visit it in my fuck spaceship is getting fucked up.
Yeah. Never go back to that.
Fucked up by all of us.
Why would you miss it? Yeah. Why would you miss this place, man? Fuck this place, man. And that's the thing about it, man. You're a fool to want want this shit to still continue, And can you get the book of Ecclesiastes 1 and 4? Because no matter what, right? I think what's his name? Vocab believes that the world's gonna, like in Star Wars, it's just gonna explode. It's stupid though, And this precept's gonna, like.
Ecclesiastes?
Yeah. Ecclesiastes chapter 1 and 4. Yeah. Not smart.
Ecclesiastes 1 and 4. One generation passeth away, and another generation cometh, but the earth abideth forever.
See? So ain't gonna be no explosion here in the world, though, man, on this earth. It says another generation comes, though. Back then, California, thinks that the world's gonna explode. It's an idiot.
He probably thinks the world's like a billion years old.
Wow, like millions and millions, the Big Bang Theory. When it tells you the first book of Genesis, how it was created. So, back in the day, though, man, California was known for what? Being the Wild Wild West, right? Yeah, the gold, which I'm gonna get into too. Motherfuckers were getting, shot up and shit and all that. Guess what? Hey, man, the same spirits, man, are here again. The same wild ass spirits, cowboys, and shooting each other out and all this bullshit, though, man. The same spirits are here, but a different, time and.
Ecclesiastes 1 and 11. There is no remembrance of former things, neither shall there be any remembrance of things that are to come with those that shall come after.
Exactly. So how are you gonna remember? Oh yeah, I remember back in 1822 when I shot this guy though. When you get this precept, 1 Corinthians 14:32. Because that's the thing, right? You got these killers, right? They kill someone in this timeline, right? And they be like, oh shit, like they get deja vu, like oh shit, why was this naturally for me to do this though? Like the serial killers, right? They killed people back when they were in this world before, So when they kill someone in this world, it's like that's to them it's natural. Like, oh shit, how why do I feel like I've done this before, Because you've been here before though. That's why. So can you get that one, Bob?
1 Corinthians 14 and 22.
32. Like
32. And the spirits of the prophets are subject to the prophets.
Simple though, but so it has to show reincarnation. So guess what? Hey, me and this brother and I'm one. Back in the time, we're prophets too, though. Hey, if you come back then, if you're a killer. Guess what? You're gonna come back as a killer. If you're a fighter and shit, you're gonna come back as a fighter. Mike Tyson and Muhammad Ali were probably the gladiators back in Rome, though. Badass gladiators and shit. So, you know what I mean? You come back to your law.
Hey, and if we were in China, we were fighting monks.
Oh yeah.
Because that's what we're doing, right?
Yeah.
1 Corinthians 14 and 22. Wherefore tongues are for a sign, not to them that believe, but to them that believe not. But prophesying serveth not for them that believe not, but for them which believe.
Yeah. So you're gonna abide, you're gonna get this no matter what, though, man. If you and your spirit feel like, guess what? You start coming out here with us, then you must have been a prophet before, or helping a prophet out too.
Because Daniel was reading the book of Jeremiah.
Oh yeah. It said Jeremy on the book. Yeah. I remember. Yeah. You see? So how is it that he was even tells you that he was reading the book of Jeremiah? Though?
Trying to figure out the 72 years of hell in Babylon.
Oh yeah, yeah. What was it? The weeks though?
Yeah, 72 weeks.
Yeah, 2 weeks though. Yeah, yeah, yeah. See, you know.
Too hard
So
for these people.
yeah, yeah. So we were the people. We were back then though. You know. We were back then though. You know. So whatever you were doing, shit. Right now, if you're a sodomite, guess what? You're a sodomite before you came into this timeline though. You know.
Yeah.
So I was talking about food gold, right? So that's the thing about it though, man. And there's this Joaquin Morieta, right? Joaquin Morieta, he was actually from Sonora. He was from Sonora, but he was coming to California to get his gold and shit. And he was real young too. He was 18 years old. So then he was like, he told his wife, "Hey, let's go up to the north, the California and shit, and make our life out here." But it happened to be the year of 1848. That's when so-called America won the war with Mexico. The Mexican-American War. So he was here at the bad time. So when the Edomites caught him up and shit, they raped his wife, they beat her, they had him tied to a chair. So they were looking at him like, this is youngster ass fool, right? So they left him, and next thing you know, he came to where his camp was, and he was killing them and shit, cutting his body parts to them in the camp where they were at. They were so much high alert that he would still catch one and still cut him up and put him right there though. And he was 18 years old, man. He was probably like around your age though. Imagine though, man. He had a strong spirit though.
That's forced on.
Oh yeah, definitely though. So even now, like you see the cartels and shit. You know how they're known to cut up. You know what I mean? That's spirit though, man. But they're on the left hand side though. And it's funny too though because they call him a bandit. Joaquin Murieta, when all he did was an eye for an eye. That's all he did. And then he got himself, he had that thing though where he's like, hey, I'm already dead. Like, how are you gonna kill something that's already dead? So he was going with people like, oh, you went through this shit too. His so-called Mexican people, he's like, all right, let's get these fucking Edomites the fuck out of here and fuck them up and shit. So then they pretty much had to call the government though, the Texas Ranger, Harry Love, and so they had to get him and shit though. So they had to pretty much get the government because guess what? Joaquin Murieta was raising hell, man. He was raising hell to these Edomites and shit though. Why isn't he celebrated though? Why is this guy celebrated though?
Where was the picture tells the story?
Exactly though. And then it's funny though because they got that movie Zorro. He was inspired by Joaquin Murieta. Zorro is really based on Joaquin Murieta. How come they don't put that at the end of the movie? Inspired by Joaquin Murieta.
Because then people would look up King Murieta and they would find out all that.
And he was fucking up these Edomites. But they'll celebrate fucking Cesar Chavez though. Yeah, and then let me tell you this about him too. He was all about his money and shit. He was having his people burn fucking farms and shit from other people and shit. Cause he was trying to profit money though. So that motherfucker was wicked though. He was having his people burn down fucking farms and all this shit though, man.
You got a day, you go to work. Or you don't go to work, you get paid to not go to work.
Yeah, the hoes and shit, they're longer because of him.
See, that's how the devil makes you remember things.
Yeah.
You'll remember things like that.
But not Joaquin Murieta. Kind of like the thing with what's that called? The Levites though, when they fucked up the Spaniards and shit. Oh no, the French though. The 88 though. How come they don't talk about that shit, right? Or they put it in their history though, because they were getting fucked up. That's why. And it's a spirit too, because yesterday, it was called Diablo Ranch, right? Where it says he got killed at was like it's only like 8 miles away from out of town, Coalinga though. So I got a picture of it though. Let's see if I can find it though. I took actually because I was coming from Hanford and I was like, I'm gonna take a picture of it because this, I'm gonna do camp the next day. So I'm like, I'm gonna take a picture of it because it says here where he died though, And but if you look though, I don't know, see that. It says, what do you call him? Bandit. It says headquarters of the notorious. They might have put in notorious bandit. It says murder. Joaquin Murieta killed here on July 25th. By the state rangers and all that shit, right? Which can you get Obadiah 1 and 3? You see? But that's the thing, right? And guess what? This is only 7 miles away from where I live though. And I live in Coalinga. I lived already there for a long time already though. But how come people don't talk about, hey, Joaquin Murieta though? Hey man. Shit. Hey, he only got, they say he got killed 7 miles out of Coalinga, which it says right there. But it's like people don't talk about him like that. I remember there was this one Jake in school that talked about him. I was like, what the hell is that? And back in middle school, I'm like, who the hell is fucking Muñeta? He's like, how the fuck you not know about this guy? You know? So I was like, oh shit though. So a lot of people don't talk about him though, you know? But guess what, man? It's because he was fucking the Edomites up though. You know? God, you get that one.
Isaiah, only one chapter, verse 3. The pride of thine heart hath deceived thee. Thou that dwellest in the clefts of the rock, whose habitation is high, that said in his heart, who shall bring me down to the ground?
See, that's that prideful shit, man. They call him a bandit. They call him all this, right? They're like, man, they're real prideful though. Because back in the 49ers, right? The actual real 49ers, which is these white settlers, they were going to San Francisco and shit, in this other town called Jacksonville. You know, it got so hectic with the gold with them though, they started killing each other and shit, you know? Because they started getting greedy with that gold though, you know? And these white 49ers and shit, they were the ones that had a gun and shit always with them though. Remember, up in northern California, they were killing a lot of Gadites though, you know? These fucking Edomites were killing a lot of Gadites though. They were known for doing that shit though, man. Because they said no one's gonna get in their way though.
Yep. Obadiah, verse 6. How are the things of Esau searched out? How are his hidden things sought up?
See? But that's the thing about it, man. These devil, man, slick with it, man. He's slick with it though. Yeah. And the 49ers, right? They propaganda everything, so a lot of people started going to California for that gold rush. So there was a lot of genocide though. I think they passed the law too. You know, which can you get Isaiah 10 and 1? Because they passed the law saying there's a reward out there that kill all these Gadites and shit though. So they were doing all kinds of killings though, man. I think they killed there was 100,000, and I think they only got left 30,000. 100,000 to 30,000, man. Shit.
That's because people don't want to see Esau as a fucking enemy.
Yeah.
You don't fucking like him, right?
Stop them, send them shit.
I tell you right now, you'll get all the power. Just tell them, yeah, fuck him. No. Shut the hell up.
Also, you gotta do just kind of scare them a little bit. Like, all right, man, they're bitches, man. Esau's bitches, so reality.
Like my homie at work, on one of his first days, like he went into the office and told our boss, "What's up, paper bitch?"
Other guys, yeah.
That shit, and I was like, "Whoa!" And I respected him right there.
That's
That's fucking tight. But I didn't say that because my homie, the boss, he's Scott.
Oh, okay.
But typically he got offended. We were like,
Sometimes it be like that,
you
man.
have to be sick and tired of this shit.
Oh, yeah, definitely. And guess what? We coming out here, we are sick and tired of Esau, though, man. Because if not, we wouldn't even be coming out here. We'll be like the other jackass Christian. This is the kingdom. How is this the kingdom? Do you even know?
About the king like that?
Yeah. Do you even know what a kingdom is, though? Means if you're a king, you got a crown, and you got land and shit, you got women and shit, you know?
Yeah.
That's the kingdom right there, man.
It's not your king, right?
Yeah. What did it say? The white man's kingdom is the black man's hell.
That's right.
That's what they say. It's true.
And that dude was driving a jack the fucking car.
Yeah.
Windows came rolling up.
Fucking dirty and
Baby
shit.
was in there. Hot as hell.
You know he had no AC because his window was kind of down.
Yeah.
Bringing the baby out here and shit, though.
So look at that, man. You got people so fucked up in the head, they're willing to put their babies at risk.
And it was hot too that day. It was in the summertime.
It was hot.
It was a hot summer though, but this guy still, and had a lady. I don't know if it was lady though, but she was sitting down and all that. Like get her out of here. What the fuck? She don't need a man.
And that's why Joaquin Murrieta got his fucking wife killed.
Because he was a fool.
Because you motherfuckers always be bringing your bitches around.
You know? He was a fool chasing that dream. You know? He was a fool, man.
It's not
California.
you.
Yeah. California. You know, people come for the weed, the weather, the beaches. Yeah. Hollywood and shit. You know, the YouTubers and shit. People that want to be actors. They go, man. Out of California comes a bunch of wickedness. Remember, Hollywood makes movies though.
Oh yeah. About that owl in Oakland, something
Oh yeah, it's up in the north though.
Yeah. There you go.
The Bohemian.
The Bohemian Grove. The
Yeah, yeah.
wickedest place on the planet.
I think it's by San Francisco, but it's up north in the woods and shit though.
And that was probably established during the gold rush.
Oh, it had to be though.
Esau
Yeah.
wasn't around there.
Yeah. But you see, a bunch of wickedness come out of that shit because what? Hollywood made these movies, right? Blood In, Blood Out, the color movies,
Colors.
American Me. They inspired other Jakes though, different states to be a blood and crip. There's bloods in New York and shit. Like what the fuck? There's people in Texas claiming Hoover Crips and shit, but they never visited Hoover one time in their life in LA. The fuck? But who pushed that shit? The music, right? Esau, man. The 90s, right? All that West Coast gangster music.
Hoover Day?
Oh yeah.
The weed.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Hoover Day, and you guys just fucking fantasize too much, man.
Yeah.
Fantasize together.
And I think too, and I think too that Black Dahlia, remember how they killed her ass and shit? I think, well, I don't know if she was born and raised in LA, but all I know is that bitch was, chasing dreams and shit, and the way they fucking disfigured her and all that shit though, cut her fucking, oh man.
Hey, that's called hate.
And in the sidewalk and shit.
Hate. That's fucking hate.
Yeah.
Oh man, that's even worse because you're in the sidewalk. You know there's gotta be buildings around. And she's all fucking screaming, expecting people to help. Nobody fucking helped her.
Or she probably just, they took her somewhere, cut her up and shit, and threw her out like nothing.
That's psychological warfare right there.
Yeah.
That's Esau telling other niggers to go do this to your own fucking people. The devil's so good, he doesn't even have to do anything. He's got you fucking simps doing it for him.
Yeah, with this gangster music, the
That's
movies
why
and shit.
when the Lord gets revenge, he's gonna get it through the prophets.
Jeremiah 60.
You can cry all you want, baby. I want you to cry till I squeeze the life out of you.
That last breath that you feel and see.
And it's gonna be like this. I'm gonna have vision to see that last breath, and I'm gonna keep putting it back in you so you can suffer for it. Like you made all our women suffer. Like you made Joaquin Murrieta's wife suffer. Like you made Joaquin suffer.
And his legacy too, making his legacy still suffer. Call him a bandit and outlaw.
Hey, you don't want to know. Remember that part in Little Nicky
Oh yeah,
where the pineapple is getting stuck
The
in
Hitler?
the grass? It
Yeah.
ain't gonna be like that.
It's gonna be like, oh, it's time to, you tell him to bend over and shit. Had him in a maid hush, like a maid outfit.
Yeah, it's gonna be worse than that. I'm gonna get something very dull and I'm gonna cut you up in half with something very dull.
Yeah, because wasn't our people too putting, who was it? They were putting on the paling them too. I think that's what they did to the 5 kings, I believe. The Amorite, the with time of Joshua, I think they impaled them too. The 5 kings though.
And then Vladimir the Impaler
Oh yeah.
is Jacob. Because he did what Joshua and them was doing.
Yeah, impaling the people and shit.
Killing.
Romania, right?
Yeah.
The Dracula, that's what Dracula comes from. There's a legend saying that there was a golden cup by a well. They were so scared of him that they knew that was his cup, and it was a well like so far from his castle that people still were so scared of him they wouldn't see him.
That's called respect.
That's the type of respect that shit, Esau's gonna have for us, man.
Nobody wants respect. Because the book said we're going to be eradicated.
Eradicate.
Burned to ashes, and your ashes are going to be burnt to dust particles, and those dust particles are going to be burnt into molecules, and so forth and so on until you do not exist. But a fucking bad memory.
To the scriptures though.
And not everybody's going to remember you.
Yeah, seeing how they did Joaquin Murrieta, they're not gonna remember him. Like they didn't remember him. I mean, they remember your ass too. But it tells in Isaiah 14, these the people that had you in captivity. Our sons, they're gonna be like, these are the people that had you. Like, believe that was one time, yeah.
Yeah, we're going to tell our little baby stories like, yeah, everyone was slaves. That's gross. Or whatever.
Right.
Are these the people? Man, are these the people?
Like that, was it Black Adam? Like his origin story though?
And I haven't even seen that movie out.
Yeah, I
Nobody's
think
making
they pushed it back more.
Yeah, nobody's making a big deal out of that.
But that's a powerful
What about
movie
the
though.
second coming?
Yeah.
That
Oh,
movie.
the Mel Gibson.
It's
No one's.
supposed to be out in the summer.
Yeah. Oh, it never came out, huh?
It never came out.
Oh shit! Because you know I see in the preview that the MOTP never put it in. I don't know if you've
Yeah,
seen
that's
that.
right. See?
How these devils work, man. Damn. Cognitive work.
If not them, then who?
Yeah. Shit. Man, these devils are they're good.
I got
though.
Isaiah 10 and 1.
Yeah, the decree. Yeah.
Woe
Kick it
unto
down.
them that decree unrighteous decrees, and them that write grievousness which they have prescribed.
Exactly though, man. Like they put that. Well, I was talking about Gadites, right? They put that law saying you can kill these Gadites if they're in your way. So that's a decree that's unlawful though, man. What the fuck? You know what I mean? Hey, if they're in your way, it's okay, man. You can kill them and shit. That's a wicked decree right there, though, man. You know? Because these missions, right? Where I was talking about that priest, Seta. Well, they were having Gadites in there too, though, in those missions, though. They were beating them and shit, killing them and shit too. You know? They're trying to beat their language into these Gadites. I believe there's 60,000 unmarked graves. They were like dead, though, man. Outside of these missions.
You have to start thinking scripturally. This is why Jacob's trouble is going to happen. Because all that payback has got to be done. All that animosity has got to be fixed. The people that you fucked up are going to fuck you up.
He that leaded to captivity.
That's right.
Put to captivity.
So remember, Jacob's trouble is it's Jacob's trouble, but you earned it. It's not just Jacob's trouble, it's Esau's trouble.
I was gonna say, it's trouble too, though, man.
Yeah.
Because Jacob, it's like Esau's gonna get it too, man. You know?
I got a scripture right here. Isaiah 10 and 3. And what will you do in the day of visitation and in the desolation which shall come from far? To whom will you flee for help? And where will ye leave your glory? That sounds bad.
Why would he leave for
That
glory?
sounds bad.
No one's even gonna fucking, you know what I'm saying? Remember that shit.
No more Van Damme doing the splits, giving you thumbs up.
Yeah.
No
Like
more
it's
Chuck
okay.
Norris stories.
Yeah. Oh, him too. It gives you the thumbs up.
No more right guard commercials.
None of that shit.
No
Imagine
more
though.
Joe Namath.
These,
Which
take
is
away
already-
these razors from these Edomites and shit. Their TV, imagine though, like all this shit, start taking it away. These guys are gonna go crazy and start killing people, man. Themselves too. They're gonna do themselves too, you know? They're gonna do their family and then they're gonna do themselves.
Thinking that that's gonna help.
Which, that happened with some Edomite too. Killed his
Yeah.
2 kids, I think, and his wife and himself. What the fuck?
But these people don't understand that this is the time for Jake to get the fuck out of their mind frame where they love Esau.
Yeah.
Snap out of it.
They gotta one day just snap out of it.
And you might even have to take your little sons to jack somebody up to steal food. Your little sons might have to blast somebody, watch your back, and shit like that.
No, it's true. Hey, they have these Edomites have their kids hunting fucking deer and all this shit. They teach them
yeah.
at the age of 5 or 6.
Remember that story you said when you were doing your lesson? That 4-year-old shot that one dude or the cop?
Oh yeah, well shot at the cop though. He's like, why do you shoot at them? Because they were taking my daddy away. But if it was a Jake kid, and they would have shot that kid right between. But it was an Edomite kid though. But they would have shot that Jake. Oh, a 4-year-old. You shot a 4-year-old. Well, he had a gun, man. You know.
Oh, okay.
But it was he was an Edomite. That little boy that shot at the cops. They're like, oh shit, never. He's white. Gotta stop. All right.
And that'll tell you that that's his blessing.
Yeah.
Genesis 27 and 21. That's his blessing.
Yeah, man. That's the thing about it, man. That is the blessing, though. Because you get Habakkuk 1 and 6. Because these Edomites, right? What his brother said about that the blessing is the gun, right? They use their guns. And guess what? These Gadites, right, from California up north, though, man, they were humble. They humble people, man. They were real humble. So these motherfuckers took advantage of that shit, though, man. You're not gonna do this shit. We're gonna fuck you up, though. And these Spaniards had their swords and all this shit. You know what I mean? They had all that shit, man. But these Gadites were real humble and shit, But let it be the Seminole Indians, man. Hey, it would have been cool, you know what I mean?
One Apache gave you hell.
Yeah.
One guy named Geronimo.
Oh yeah, gone. Did you get down, boss?
Habakkuk 1 and 6. For lo, I raise up the Chaldeans, that bitter and hasty nation, which shall march through the breadth of the land to possess the dwelling places that are not theirs.
Even though it was talking about that time, but that's spiritual too from what they did here in America. They raised up the Chaldeans, these fucking Babylonians.
How did they take you in? Hasty nation.
Yeah.
That bitter, that bitter in Hasty Nation is actually America because America needs bitter.
Yeah, done. See? And they said what through the bread, right?
Yeah.
And that gold though, man, that they were
right.
getting all this shit here in California, right? Because California had a lot of fucking gold, man.
They went from east to west, and then not only that, they conquered every nation that was up in there.
Yeah.
They bought the land from the Spanish, they bought the land from the French,
They
and
didn't
then
give
they
them.
bought Spain from California.
Yeah.
They didn't even fight Mexico, they fought Spain.
For that, the state,
Yeah.
yeah. But that's the thing, man. Not a lot of people know, man. Now, how is it that the mission, one mission starts from San Diego and ends all the way up north though? And I forgot that town in California. That goes to show, man, these motherfuckers were already there though. I mean, watch the movie Zorro. It kind of gives you an idea how the time, how it was, you know what I mean? That time and shit. But that's what how people get that though. That movie's only PG-13, man. But if they give you the rated R, the actual Hakim Murieta, he was fucking these fucking Edomites up. But eventually they caught him up.
Chapter 1 and 7. They are terrible and dreadful. Their judgment and their dignity shall proceed of themselves.
Yeah. Because look what the fuck they did, man. You don't think nothing's gonna happen to these fucking Edomites?
It wasn't hard for people to join his gang.
Oh yeah, because they hate it. And that's the thing. Even Mexicans over there in Mexico, they hate fucking Edomites, man. I know this shit, man. Because these Mexicans from Mexico even hate us that we come from up here, you know? They got this, that norte. They even call us gringos and shit, you know?
You have to say something like, I hate those fucking gringos, or you know, like they fucking hate me.
Yeah.
They hated me when I went to go visit.
Yeah.
My own cousins put me off and shit.
Yeah, because we came from up north,
All these niggas are
The norte, yeah. I remember I had this kid though, he was like, how is it up in the north, man? I'm like, whatever, man. I don't fucking, it's not like that.
fucking sucks. People call my dad wetback, this and that. And I'm like, oh shit. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. The curses follow us no matter what.
Same.
Because even my woman, she's like a lighter complected, you know? And when she went to Mexico, they thought she couldn't speak Spanish. So they're talking shit to her in Spanish, and she speaks good Spanish. She's like, she said in Spanish, like, why are you talking shit? Like, you know, just because I look like this don't mean I don't hear or understand what the fuck you're saying. You know? She's all, we still get that same hate no matter where we go and shit. You know that, right? She said, we're still Mexicans even over there. Same way we are here, we're still Mexicans over there.
So wherever we go, we're getting hated of.
No matter what.
That's called residual buildup. So the only thing I can say is, Esau, you better hope I'm not part of you, man.
So you imagine the things they do to this motherfucker, man?
And I do imagine things that I'm with every single day. In the morning, in the afternoon, there's like right now, I'm thinking about things I'm going to do. No part of the day, or I even dream about this. I mean, what are you going to do when you see me in the sky? Just scaring you. Looking at you, scaring you. I'm going to pick my points. You know, when you're most vulnerable, when you're taking a shit, when they fucking get you. Because that's what you did to us.
Most vulnerable, they got us with shit.
Look at Joaquin, he brought his fucking wife.
And then legend,
He's only 18.
yeah, he was a youngster, and it was legend that he ran up with them with the horse, right? And they were shooting at him and shit though, and he put his horse back, and he just looked at him, gave him a look like motherfucker, it's me. When he was black, we're like, oh shit, it's that kid though. But he fucking turned around and looked at him, saying like, motherfucker, you just know his face, fucking come to you, though. That's the strong spirit that the Most High gave to that man.
And the Lord was making all those bullets miss.
Yeah, and he wasn't scared.
You know those Edomites have good aim.
Yeah.
They didn't miss him. That's why they were fucking mad.
Yeah, because even the Gadites too, they used to be on their horse and they'd be like from here to over there, and Esau was shooting at them, and they'll still be right there, like, motherfucker, what's up, you know?
It's only now in this time where somebody points a gun at me, I'm doing this.
Yeah.
But
But back, you know what I mean?
yeah, you just be like, yeah, fuck.
And that's what the Gadites would do. Just look at the Edomites, and they'll shoot at them, and it goes to show, like, motherfucker, like, hey, we ain't scared of your guns, man. Like, you know that we come from war, man. And you know, Gadites and warriors, though, Dan, Reuben, just Book of Joshua tells you, Reuben and Manasseh, Gad, they're warriors, though, you know?
Like in the book of Judges, remember when Gideon grabbed those men? And they only lifted them in. Oh no, it wasn't Gideon.
And Judges?
Yeah, Judges, it was someone else. I think it was Gideon's son.
Oh, his son, though, the one that he survived, right?
Yeah.
And the brother was killing all the brothers? Yeah. He was scared to kill, but he's like, come on, let me show you that. And he killed him, yeah.
But then all those warriors, there was only like 300, and then we're making that battle cry, and then the army got up and started stabbing each other.
Oh yeah. It was in the book. Yeah.
See? Yeah. You just have to have a heart.
Believe it.
Yeah, I don't have to be no 6'8" motherfucker. The Lord will put the spirit on me and I'll break that fucking head, rip a couple of wheels off.
Yeah, with Samson.
Over the head with it.
Samson too, right?
Yeah.
Because his well, they shaped his, but it's because the oath got the Nazareth broken, right? Because it's cut his hair, right? What that bitch did. But he's like, just give me the strength. This one time he got 2 pillars, and we know the story, He killed all the Philistines, though, So this is about believing, though, man. You know what I mean? But just don't be a fool to follow, this wicked ass kingdom, though, Because Esau will have you thinking like it's okay, though, man.
You know what's gonna be fun for me on that day is I'm gonna find cars that still run, and I'm gonna put your mouth over the exhaust, and I'm gonna rev you step on that fucking gas. Take it, roll up.
Well, what's that? That Kirby? They put the jaw on there, like in American History X, though. Like have a roll with Edomites like that, probably just longer and shit. All right, just like pat. That's the mentality. You have to have that mentality, though. You don't have pity for these motherfuckers. You know is that his probably great grandpa killed you back in the reincarnation time, though, and probably did some shit to your family, though.
That's why we're upset. Naturally.
Yeah, and that's why you don't remember former things, but you feel in your spirit. Yeah, naturally you're mad. Why are you so mad at these motherfuckers, man?
Because and the Lord made them weak this generation.
Yeah.
Made them weak. Gonna be bread and butter.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be easy for
It's gonna be easy, and then the thing that's gonna make it worse for them is you're gonna have super fucking powers.
Well, that's the thing. Imagine having superpowers and fucking lump and shit,
You're gonna be sticking your finger in their heart. Just hear that noise.
Yeah. You need to be able to hear it too, though, and just. So that's the thing, man. Can you get Job 24 and 6?
Job 24 and 6. They reap everyone his corn in the field, and they gather the vintage of the wicked.
See? They create this whole shit, though, man. Fucking the wickedness over here, man. Like I said before, these Edomites came. Hey, man, it was a bunch of it was green, man. California, it was wood and green trees and all this, though, man. But also too, when they started cutting the 49ers, they started cutting the trees, though. What's that called, though?
Deforestation.
There you go. A lot of that shit started happening up in north and San Francisco and shit, Yeah. But all this shit was all trees, though, man. Oh, right here, actually, all this was like water, I believe. Lake, yeah. Well, you see, these motherfuckers come, man, get the goal, man, cut trees down, shoot each other and shit, though. That's something that Edomite would do, So that's why these Gadites, they understand, like, guns and fuck, man, all we know is about peace, though. Like, pretty much like back in the garden, though, man. All you know is good, though. So here comes the serpent, which is, you know what I mean? Edomite, and come, and do all this shit, though, man. You see what I'm saying, though? So, even our people, too, man, when they come here to California, they think, oh, it's gonna be better and shit, all this. Man, your kids end up still going to the pen, being on drugs and shit.
Divorce rate is high.
Real high right now. You see what I'm saying, though? That's why over there in Mexico, the men don't even let the women work and shit. That's some Babylonian shit we hear. You know what I'm saying, though? They call it old tradition, though, but that's the right tradition. What are you talking about? That's a tradition that tells you in the Bibles, though, the woman should be at house, though, in the house, though, What is it called? Handling the household, though. Yeah.
Housewife or whatever.
You see what I'm saying, though? But this will be the last precept, though. Job 15 and 34.
Job 15 and 34.
Yeah.
For the congregation of the hypocrites shall be desolate, and fire shall consume the tabernacles of bribery.
Yep. And these devils, man, they're nothing but bribery, right?
Man, see that Edomite looking at us? He was a tabernacle of bribery. God, get on the good side.
Yeah, see? You know how these motherfuckers, I give you $5 or $10.
They like too. He was like, how can I curse you?
Yeah, that was bribery to Balaam with it. Because he was giving them shit, So it's like, give you some money and shit. But, bribery means, though, you give somebody either money or something to get an advantage out of it, though.
And I don't want to accuse any camp or anything, but there's some of you camps that are taking bribes too.
Oh yeah, definitely no.
I see you. I said their names incorrectly for a reason. You know what I'm talking about. You got that bribe.
Definitely though, man. Like what? Like I don't know, man. Those guys are Power Rangers to me though. Like like all these, they got numbers, right? We can say strength in numbers. But do all of them, do we even know like the scriptures? Do each of them have a YouTube channel? That's why all respect to the apostles, man. To Mark, because he says, man, no, hey, man, make a video a day, have a YouTube channel, go once a week to camp though, and do all this though. Pretty much what you're supposed to be doing though. You know what I mean? How's it going?
Okay. I saw the outfits. I think, oh, Renaissance Club. I want to go see what.
Well, it's kind of that, because Renaissance means rebirth, and we're trying to bring back being a real man. You know what I'm saying? Like the Bible says. And I don't know if you see the sign, but these are the Lord's people, which are known as these people. But that's not the whole of it. All over the world, like people look like you, they could be Israelites. Scottish, Irish, Italians.
I'm Irish, English mix.
There you
There
go.
you could be
So Judah was all over Europe, the Moors and all that stuff. So you might be a Judite. You know what I'm saying?
Not Irish and English.
Well, Irish folks are. Yeah, because in the Sussex, in England, there were Moors there too. They made it all the way up. So
I'll give you a hint about my background history.
all right.
My grandparents that first come over here were originally Windsors. When they came Windsors,
Oh,
I'm
Windsors.
related to Queen Victoria. She's
Oh,
my
okay.
great aunt.
Oh, okay.
They took the surname Lord when they came to America,
Oh, okay.
and then begot my granddad, and then down the line to my mom.
Down the line, there you go.
But my father was Irish and my mom was English. So
Hey, what is important is what your father is.
to say you are what your father is.
You are what your father is.
Yeah. So it's about the even tells you in the scriptures though.
Hey, and a lot of Irish people are Jakes. They're Judites. They're from this tribe because the Irish people were over here with Native Americans. I don't know if you know about the tribe called the Lemoore. They were in Carolina, and they were the only white people that were amongst us that didn't war with us. They never killed none of us. They never took none of our shit. We were peaceful with them, like burying, like we were brothers, So, hey, you know what I'm saying? Look forward to that.
It's the spirit, the spirit. You feel something towards, it's the spirit,
And they even dress like us.
yeah.
Dress the same. And they spoke Gaelic or something like that.
in all my church growing up, I know God recognizes four people: saved or unsaved, Jew or Gentile. That's it. We all bleed the same. We're all brothers. So none of that really matters to me.
No, not to you. That's okay.
Yeah, but the scripture says
Hey,
I'm following the scripture. God said, "You're saved or you're unsaved. You're either Jew or
Which
Gentile."
one?
I'm a Gentile.
what precept is that one though?
Huh?
you're a Jew or Gentile, or Jew or Greek. I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, the Jew.
But you know that's the same. That's the same people.
Yeah.
But
Jew and Greek are
they're
different.
But I'm
this-
telling you, see,
but
that's
they're-
how I see people.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay,
You're
your
not.
perspective, yeah.
A lot of people today, this is my religion. I'm Catholic. No, that's your denomination.
Yeah.
Your religion
I
is
see.
you're
I see what you're
Christian
talking about,
or you're atheist.
I see.
That's how I believe.
you're right.
I believe in God. I believe I'm
Yeah,
saved.
that's right. That's right.
And that's all I need to know. And I treat people by how the Bible tells me. The golden rule
Hey,
and all that.
you know about how a lot of people that don't treat you like that, they're really not in it for like you are. Like they say that you're trying to make sure that you're living a good life so that you can be saved, right? Or you think you're gonna make it.
That's what Jesus told them.
Yeah, right. See, so you believe what he said.
Don't execute more money than you're owed. Take care of the widows and orphans.
Take care of the widow. There you go. See, and
That's
only-
it. That's it.
That's good.
Believe on me.
That's good.
Don't try to take more than what's owed to you.
There you go.
You know,
Hey, that's
Christ told the rich man how he could get to heaven.
Yeah.
Sell everything
Sell
you own,
everything
follow
you got.
me.
There you go.
I'm the rich man that sold everything and followed Christ.
Okay, there you go. Good.
I'm good. You guys have good luck with
All
your
right.
stuff.
All right.
Have a good day, man.
Thank you.
Hey, but you see how that happened? It's like not everybody that looks like Esau is Esau.
He didn't go up against it, but he would come anything. But he
And you
understood.
could tell that he was Irish because he got mad. I noticed he got mad. This man, it was, and you still couldn't hear him. But
But you heard it in his tone, though. You know what I mean?
no Edomite would ever give up his riches.
That's true. Though. No Edomite would have.
I don't see it.
But the thing is, though, like I said, though, he didn't go up against it. Yeah, I know what he meant by the domains of things, though. But hey, the word is is the domain of everything. Overall, these so-called religions and things like that. The word is the domain of everything. But like I said, our people are they're out of it, though. Either Catholics or Christians or atheists. A lot of our people are becoming atheists now and shit.
They don't understand the Bible.
Exactly though, man. But they gotta learn the hard way though. So it is what it is though. Like I said, he looked like we didn't go up against him. He looked like a so-called Edomite, but we weren't bashing him or anything. Like we didn't tell him get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying though? So we're not here to curse every person out. We're just here to test the spirit and that's it. He gave us that thumbs up and all right, man.
Like in the beginning of the lesson, bless those that bless you.
Exactly though. And so with that, it's brother Tom. But so with that, hopefully this video was, this camp was edifying. Want to give all praise and glory to double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. So with that, hopefully it was an edifying camp today. With that, shalom.